Hey, today I'm going to show you all the steps in a full face. So first, moisturizer. I love this one because it has SPF 22 in it and it's great if you're going to be outside at all. I then go ahead and put the transparent powder over it. This process of 4 steps saves my makeup in so many ways. It's incredible. So moisturizer, setting powder, now a little bit of primer. Primer's going to fill in all those fine lines, pores. It just creates a really great smoother surface and allows your makeup to stay all day. I then setting spray and then foundation. So always the 4 steps, then the foundation. This is my quickest and easiest way to put on the CC cream. I put it directly on my face and then I just use a kabuki brush to kind of stipple it around. You're not pushing it into your skin or your pores or clogging anything like that by this method because you have the primer on, right? So it's amazing. I love it. It's a color control and it's only $16.90, so it's like a dream come true. Make sure that you're blending down your neck. If you want to do a little spot treatment for other areas that may need a little bit more coverage, just put a little bit on your brush and kind of go from there. A little concealer. I like it in the corner of my eyes and then on the outside to really just kind of lift up that eye so that, I don't know, maybe I don't look 41. Spray the blending bud with a little mineral water spray and just blend. I like to put this concealer anywhere where I would highlight. So that's why you saw me do it on like the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow area, chin, a little bit in the middle of the forehead, and then just kind of dab it everywhere, right? Make sure it's blended. Make sure everything is always blended. Looks good. I like to set any foundation with powder. My skin is oily. My favorite powder is actually this BB powder. It is a really moisturizing soft focus powder. I use it in 2 shades. That first shade was just the number 2 shade. I just kind of lightly dust it everywhere. And this one I kind of press under eyes and anywhere where I put that concealer to kind of just give it that more soft powder look to it. So I'm always going to contour. In this contour face sculpting palette, that middle shade can be used as a bronzer, which I really, really like. So I'm just kind of lightly putting it everywhere and then more directly putting that darker color where I would want to contour and then kind of just blending it all out, right? So I just kind of go back and forth, do all the things, go right above where like you suck in your face for the fish face, go right above that on the cheeks and then do the forehead too because it just kind of brings it down and shapes your face a little bit. I like to do the nose too, just to kind of give it that snatched look. You can do it under that bottom lip. I usually don't because of my underbite, but that's just me. You do you. Blush will make us look feminine. It gives us a little bit of color. I literally could put blush all over my face, which is kind of crazy because I use the CC cream to cover up my red and then I add red back in, but that's besides the point. I love a highlighter because, well, I want astronauts to see me. I literally want that glow to be so fire that it is seen from look, it literally makes me smile. I love it so much. So don't forget about brows. I comb up and then if you don't have a real defined shape, make sure that you kind of get some professional help here because they can help you on where your natural brow is, where you want to draw it on, where it needs to arch. I've done several videos on kind of brow shape and what you want to look for, but if you put it on this side of your nose, it's actually on top of your nose, maybe on top of your nostril hole. I don't really know how to describe that, but if you put the brush right there and bring it up to the corner of your eye, that's where it should start. If you actually put it on your face beside your nose, you kind of miss some opportunity to go a little bit further in. Now, we don't want a unibrow, but you get the picture, right? You're going to do the other side, but they're not going to be twins. They're just kind of sisters. We don't want like long lost cousins, but sisters are okay. They don't have to be exact. Sometimes our arches are very different. You'll see mine, they're different. They're not the same, and that's okay. Once I've done the powder, I do like the brow mascara. It just holds the brow in place, and you know how that bushy brow in the front is kind of a trend? It will do that look for you, and I really, really like it a lot. I do like to carve out my brows, put a little concealer on my eye just to create a base. You can do this with eye primer or the concealer. I like this number 3 full coverage stick concealer and then I just kind of blend it in. It gives you that really sharp edge on the bottom of your brow. It doesn't look fuzzy or hazy. It's just really pretty perfect. I love it. And then it does create a great base for eyeshadow, and I'm just doing a really light eyeshadow look today. So easy peasy, right? So eyeshadow brush in this same face sculpting palette. I love products that can be used for multiple things. So what I do is I just kind of mix those two brown colors and then do my transition area. So kind of if you felt your eyeball and you can see the where you can feel the top of the eyeball where it kind of goes into your skull, that's kind of your transition area. And then I go up to the brow bone. If you touch your face, you can feel that too. I do not go all the way up to the brow because I kind of want that concealer to show, right? So this white in this face sculpting palette is perfect for a lid because it just opens it up, makes it look bigger, all the things, and you can kind of put it up as high as you want to kind of create that crease. I always like a little shadow underneath because it kind of hides fine lines and just kind of gives you a little bit of a smoky effect without going crazy. And then the highlight that I used before, just poke a little bit of that in the inside and it'll make your eye look more open and just bigger altogether. I also like to highlight my brows because, well, I love brows and they make me smile, you can tell. But yeah, so just a little bit of that same highlighter that you already used. Perfect, right? Okay, fluff the hair, let's do this. Little liner. These are the ink liners. I am not like a professional liner person. I actually have created some pretty big disasters with liner. This one is actually super simple. I go all the way across the top and just in the bottom corner because I don't want to come all the way across all the time unless I'm doing a pretty dramatic eye because it makes my eye look smaller and more closed. So I tend to keep that dark towards the outside corners of the eye, okay? I do like a black waterproof, just a tight line right there underneath the lashes on the waterline. It just helps the lashes look longer and fuller because that base is real dark. And then I like a white liner for the bottom waterline. Again, if I'm doing a smoky eye, maybe I'll do a dark color, but I like the white because it just makes my eyes look bigger and more open and it'll make the whites of your eyes look whiter. I always curl my lashes, and then this was my first love mascara. It's the Zen mascara. It's $8.90. For those of you that have bought that $19.99 kit and joined with Farmasi as a beauty influencer, that makes it $4.45. Like, I can't get great mascara for less than $5 anywhere. So there's that for you. And it's buildable, and it has a short edged wand and then a longer one. That long one is so great for really separating the lashes and getting some length. And then if you put that short side on there, it just puts more product on there and gives you a little bit more volume. But what I love about this mascara is that it's buildable. You can put it on and then put as many coats as you want. Like, I could honestly finish this eye and then go back and do the other one and have even bougier lashes. But honestly, I'm just going to work. It's a simple eyeshadow type of look. I don't need to put on the false lash look, right? So then finish out with lips. At this point, I realize there's foundation all over my lips. I go ahead and just use micellar water with a pad just to wipe all that foundation off because today I'm just going to use a liner. I'm not going to use a lip product. Sometimes the lip products will cover it up really well, and while the liner probably would have, it'll probably just irritate my lips later, so it's better to just clean them off first and then line them. My bottom lip, I line right with it because I do have that underbite, so I don't want to make it any bigger. If you want fuller lips, go right below it. On the top lip, I do line on that real outside line of my lips. So it doesn't look completely fake, but it does make that top lip look a little fuller. I wanted a glossy look today, so I added that little bit of lip plumper. It's just really moisturizing, a pepperminty flavor. I just really like the looks of it, but I also kind of want a little ombre. So, hey, let's go get that highlighter that we've used on our face and our eyes, get a little brush and just kind of tap it right there in the center. And it'll give you a little ombre look, a little glam. You're going to be feeling fancy, all the things. And then literally, I feel like everything about me has just changed. I feel confident. I feel beautiful. I feel ready to take on my day. I mean, look at that before and after. Message me. We need to chat.